this is working. I don't see that I'm live. There we go.
Coming out with some more fuel. Is there anything in the city that you need before I come out? Negative. I believe that duty 492 is there now. Okay. 160
All right. Hopefully, I'm still learning how to use this OBS a little bit. So bear with me. I'm live. Thanks, Sila. Hello, Moz. Hello, Linda. Hi, Abby. If when I start playing the audio, it's like really tinny or doesn't sound good, please let me know. How's everybody doing? Ba. Sorry, I got my daughter here with me today. Hey. During cartoon times when I try to bust out some videos. Han. Should be good. There we go. Sorry, I'm just kind of making sure everything's going on. All right. So I was going to dive into a bunch of stuff here with Sherry Culhane and the Bones, Dr. Eisenberg. I think that was her name, if I remember correctly. But before I even do that video or anything, I took a lot of suggestions from people. I've been looking more on this Millbilly channel. I personally love all the audio stuff. I think if you really sit down and listen to all the audio, there's probably a lot of stuff people might have missed or maybe haven't looked at too closely. So I really like this channel. Millbilly, that was one of the ones recommended. They commented on my channel as well, just saying that if there's audio, I got it. You want to say something? Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. 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 Sorry. All right. Like I was saying though, a lot of good audio stuff on here. I haven't checked out the other one still. I think it was Mind Shock, maybe. If that sounds familiar. All right. The video that I wanted to do just before I even jump into the Culhane video and things like that. Like I said, I was going through all this, the audio, and I wanted to listen together to the it's another thing I want to talk about. Dang, I'm so unorganized. This the car. I never really speculated too much on the car and like if it's the same car, if there's different cars. I was just looking at the pictures of the car that was under all the debris at the Avery's salvage yard and just the one in that one picture of Teresa standing in front of it. I looked at it briefly and I was just like, it doesn't even look like the same car, color. I'm going to definitely jump into that when I get into the Culhane video. Here it is. Pam of God. All right. I think if there was a list of the people, of all the characters of people liked and disliked the most, Pam might be one of the more disliked people. Uh, I I'm not a mind reader and I'm not like a psychic, but she comes off as someone who like is controlling in a way. Maybe wants to be the first one, wants to be a part of something, fear of missing out, probably has a little of that in there. And I just want to listen to this audio here because it is very just like pushy. Found it very annoying. I hadn't listened to this in so long. I don't even know if I heard the whole entire thing. We just heard snippets here and there before, but I'm gonna play this. Hopefully the audio is not too tinny, and we'll go over it here quick. This channel too, Millbilly, it only 549 subscribers, and there's a lot of like good work in the way they put it together. Definitely recommend going to subscribe to that channel and just going through it, see if there's anything you can find. 210 views on something like this. To me, it seems like it should have more. Let's see here. Let me just read the comments here quick. Love the kids. Kids make me move the world go around. Millbilly just got 600 more pictures from the State Patrol too. Just put them out today. Millbilly, that this resident in Wisconsin, I'm guessing, because they have a Brewers picture on their thing. All right, here we go.
Dispatch. Okay, I called to Mr. Cato's answering service was on. Okay. Okay. Okay, we are at Avery Salvage. Okay. Okay, and we're searching for the vehicle. Right. For Teresa Holbrook. We have found a RAV4. What color specifically was her?
I know this is some petty patty shit here, but I notice when people say things differently too. She says RAV4 there. When she was on the stand or whatever, she kept saying RAV4. And I just find that her whole act was theatrical. And I think she, in her mind, would just, she'll say things to make it seem more dramatic than it actually is, even though this is a case that involves a dead person. But still, little details like that are another reason why just with Pam, not a fan in any way.
RAV4. And do you have a VIN number? This vehicle is Bob. Okay, this. I don't know.
Look at the just the way the tree, the branches are on there and stuff. And it all, I think most people that are logical will be like, wait, Stephen Avery owned a salvage yard. That's a car. Cars go there to die. You couldn't do something with this car, destroy it. Especially if someone's already dead. It's like, why would you want it sitting around? Why would you want to get off on a rape charge and go kill someone and leave their car at your salvage yard? Another thing too, like I said, I'm going to get into this in another video. Look at the color of this car compared to the one Teresa Halbach is in that picture with. Let me go to it quick. Oops. That's some... Oh my gosh, I can't type. So look at the color of this vehicle here. Compared to that. I mean, maybe in the lighting, but seems a little different to me. Even the handles. What do you think? Let me just check the comments out quick. Yuck, she's yuck. Yes, he did watch them. And then another set pic shows there's been change. Wow, she's a fake POG. Exactly. It only took 1.5 days to get it moved 2 hours away. Yeah. Again, real quick. Color of the car. Look at the color here. Look at the color here. Let's let this play again.
Okay, do you have the ID number? Hold on. Hold on. 801. Can you call dispatch right away? Do we have a VIN number? The VIN number. It's not on the side, Nick. Go on the other side. Got a. Hold on. Here's Terry.
Hi, this is Sheriff Hoggle.
Oh, Sheriff Hoggle. Hi, this is Pam Strum. I'm on the search for Teresa Holbeck, and we found a RAV4.
You did?
It's a bluish green, though. It's more blue than green. We just wanted to know if you got the VIN number for that vehicle.
Yes, we do. We do have a VIN number.
Even there, they were looking for a different kind of car. Even Pam's like, this is a bluish green. Not the same type of car. Color, it seems like, but it is a RAV4. You know. I don't know, man. This lady.
Get the VIN number.
I can't find it on the...
Where is the vehicle at?
I'm at Everett Salvage.
Okay.
It is all covered up.
It's all covered up.
Not all covered, but it's got a lot of stuff on it. Branches,
I
it's
don't have
got...
glasses. Okay, branches over.
Yeah. Where's the VIN number on something like that?
Well, the VIN number would probably be on the windshield or underneath. He's got the phone, the VIN number here.
Here.
Hi. Are you looking at it right now?
That's the 99 to 2000.
Is there any?
More of a bluish green, though. That's why we don't want to put, you know...
More bluish green. We don't want to, what? Go outside of what the story said? The plan?
Any license plates on it?
No plates on it, but it's a little covered up. It's weird. It's covered up.
Okay.
Some of this...
Can you get to the front of the car?
Yeah, I will. It's Lemieux Toyota sticker on it. Does that have a...
I don't know if they had a Lemieux Toyota sticker on it. I don't know about that.
Is that okay if I go in the car?
No, do not go in the car. Do not touch the car.
Yeah.
Standing.
What kind of brain do you have to have if you ask, should I go in the car?
The outside of the car, go over to the front. Okay.
There is... Can't find the VIN number. Isn't it funny? Oh, here it is, Nick. I don't have my glasses.
You don't have your glasses either.
Here. 3044.
Okay, hold on. I gotta find it here again. 3044?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you go even more in?
I don't know if Nick, but they're like... Okay, Nicky, just...
Can you see any other numbers?
Yeah. Say it real slow, Nick. Can't see the very beginning numbers, but here goes. T0, Z, 5, F, 7, a 1 or a T, a 1 or a T,
Okay, where are you?
30, is that the number?
Where are
All right, so now on the radio, he's like, after he realizes that is the car we're looking for, don't know if it's played off, don't know if it's genuine, don't know. But after he asks her,
are you?
No, you gotta tell me if this is the car.
Okay.
laughing about it while saying, you have to tell me if this is the car.
Where are you?
30, is that the number?
Where are you?
No, you gotta tell me if this is the car.
Oh, yuck, I can't stand her.
Okay, stop. I can't tell you anything. Where are you?
I'm at Avery Salvage.
Okay, are you on their property?
Yes, I am.
With their permission or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Stay right where you are. Do not touch anything. Do not go anywhere around that vehicle. Stay right where... What's your phone number?
Is it this?
I don't know that.
Okay.
What's your phone
What's
number?
your phone number, Nick?
I'll call my number.
This is long distance. You need to dial the entire number.
Okay.
This is long distance. You need to dial the entire number.
Stay where you are. Do not touch the vehicle. Do not let anybody else touch the vehicle.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it, Mike.
And I will be calling you shortly, okay?
No.
All right, I see Gary Jorges says no sound. It's the only person who said there's no sound. I need to know if there's no sound if I'm going to keep going here or not. Okay, so that guy just needs to figure it out.
I hope you can get me, you know.
Okay, just stay where you are. I'll find you.
Well, we asked this guy real nice to come in here, so I hope...
If you have a problem, you dial 911.
Gotcha.
We'll be on our way. We're going to have somebody over there as soon as possible.
Petty Patty, dude. Petty Pam. Just trying to just be defiant any way possible because she was given an order like that. Don't believe this woman's theatrics. Don't believe her genuineness, which there is none. Not a fan, so... That's that one that I wanted to look at from Millbilly. Let's see if there's any else we want to go on to real quick here. I'm gonna do the Culhane video still, totally different day. What do you guys? I forget her last name. Leslie Eisenberg, is that it? What are you guys' thoughts on Dr. Eisenberg? If that is her name, it's pretty sure it's Eisenberg. I just can't remember. I can Google it quick. I have before. Should be in here. Leslie. I don't know how to spell Eisen. I'll just misspell it and I will correct it. Leslie Eisenberg. Pretty sure this is here. Yes. This. Hi, Rhonda. Rhonda South. Are you guys familiar with that case Leslie Eisenberg did in the past with the woman that was pregnant and her boyfriend killed her? It's pretty old news, but I was just curious if she is something else, doctor. Oops. All right.
This is Teresa's car. Why does it look like it's come from a salvage yard? Not the damage that nobody can explain. We got the missing hole in the door handle. Change of the battery. Damage that can't be explained.
It is interesting how he says, why does it look like it came from a salvage yard? You know, just so much off with this case. After I started looking back into it a little more, it's just hope they get what they deserve.
Again, missing cover. Missing center console cover. It's like these are things that we removed from a J yard first. I mean, why is the carpet tucked?
All right. I'm going to... Gary, are you saying no to Dr. Eisenberg? So that's one of the things... I mean, I might as well just do this right now. Let's see. Rudy. This is actually on Reddit. On TikTok, Manitowoc. Here we go. God, there was a much better one that was all written out. That might be it, actually. Here we go. This is a good one. It's on the Stephen Avery Project on Facebook. Dr. Leslie Eisenberg, forensic anthropologist, gave key testimony in Stephen's case about the remains that were allegedly found in the burn pit behind Stephen's garage. Around the same time investigators were investigating the Hallback case, there was another case in Clark County, Wisconsin, that there was a pregnant female that went missing during the investigation, and it led to her in-laws' home. There was a burn pit in the backyard which had bone fragments. Eisenberg was tasked with identifying the remains and determined it was the fetus of Christine Rudy and that someone went the trouble to remove the fetus from the mother. No other bones were found. About 2 months later, Christine Rudy's body was found in a river with the fetus intact. Eisenberg was wrong with her identification of fetal remains found in the fire pit in the Rudy case. You need to scroll ways down to get the details of the misidentification. Okay, so you guys can go to this if you want to read that again. I'm sure a lot of you already have, but that's always another thing that always pops into my head with this whole thing and just convicting him, you know. Key testimony, she messed up big time in the past, and it's one of those people that are in law enforcement or help law enforcement that just get the case solved quick. Let's get it done. Let's figure it out. I mean, to get it wrong that a fetus was removed from a body, that's kind of, I don't know, not someone you'd want to go back up into a courtroom if they were wrong about something like that. Anatomically, if you look at a person, you'd know if a fetus or not had been removed. I just think, I've never done it personally, but it's just, you see a pregnant woman, you know there's something in there. Call me stupid, but I think that might be trans fluid in the back of the RAV. I'm not sure. If you cut your finger, you bleed everywhere. I know, I'm a mechanic. Couldn't even imagine a shotgun with the blood splatter. Sketchy noise going on. All right, let's look at some of this here now. We'll go through. It's all refreshing stuff, but it's good to hear it, okay? Teresa's 99 Toyota RAV4 was found at approximately 10:30 the morning of Saturday 11:55 on the Avery salvage yard. Investigators arrived at the scene and remained on site for 8 days searching for Teresa and or evidence of foul play. Bone fragments were allegedly found in the burn pit behind Avery's garage at 11:85. Sifting equipment, not one photograph, the bones, or the collection process. Dr. Leslie Eisenberg, a forensic anthropologist with the crime lab, received a box of bones Wednesday, 11/9/5. Since Dr. Eisenberg often worked in the Dane County morgue, she carried the box to the morgue for examination on 11/10/5. She concluded that the bones were human. Specimens were submitted to the crime lab and the FBI for identification. Special Agent Pevito allegedly discovered bones in the Jonda burn barrel at the Calumet Sheriff's Office 11/12/5. No photos documented of this discovery. Lab analyst Sherry Culhane issued a report on 12/5/5 stating that a partial profile was obtained from charred piece of tissue, and that 7 of the 16 markers matched Teresa's standard profile. The other markers were not present due to the condition of the sample. Just from reading about the Esienberg woman. On December 5th, 2005, Dr. Eisenberg, Special Agent Pevito, John Ertl, Detective Wiegert, Special Agent Fassbender, gathered at the crime lab basement to sift through more of the ash and debris. They allegedly found metal garments consistent with what would be common on blue jeans. Here's some photos of them looking through. There's a Wiegert, Fassbender. The absence of the chain of custody of the bones is critical because it could very well have rendered it inadmissible. What happened? They brought in the state officials right away to ensure that everything would be properly handled. Who dropped the ball? It's very suspicious given everything else that happened in this case. Look at that. Skull bones. DNA testing. Crime lab analyst Sherry Culhane reported that the partial DNA profile was obtained from a charred piece of tissue item BZ, allegedly to have been found in the burn pit ash. She used the STR Pro Game of 16 amplification kit where 15 markers are compared with one gender marker. Culhane testified that since the specimen was degraded likely due to extreme heat, she only obtained peaks of 7 markers of the 15 plus in the gender marker. So that's less than 50%. The FBI CODIS database does not even record DNA profiles with less than 9 identified markers. So here's the item that they found. These are the markers. I wish I knew what all those meant for you guys, but these are all the markers that were missing from the DNA profile, these lines. We won't even read that. FBI DNA analysis. A section of the charred specimen BZ was also sent to the FBI in November 2005. They conducted mitochondrial DNA tests and reported that Teresa could not be excluded as the source of the charred remains. In 2006, investigators sent the FBI 31 additional sample bone fragments. The FBI reported that no mitochondrial DNA testing was conducted due to the condition of the fragments, but interestingly, they also reported that some DNA was obtained. They were returning the processed DNA samples. Due to the condition of the submitted bone fragments, no mitochondrial DNA examinations were conducted. This is from the FBI. The submitted items will be returned under separate cover along with the processed DNA generated from the samples. The processed DNA can be found in a package marked processed DNA samples, blah, blah, blah. All right. I don't think there's anything else on this. This might be it, actually. Here it is. This is the similar case with Dr. Eisenberg. Around the time, let me actually just check comments here quick before I read my mouth off. I agree that the lack of photos is really just too much. I believe there will be another Making a Murder, Gary. Yeah, Billy did a great job. Alright, I'm just going to go over this real quick here, and then I'm getting out of here. This is Dr. Eisenberg, one of the key testimonies in convicting Stephen Avery. This is a similar case that she did. Around the time of Teresa Halbach's disappearance, Christine Rudy of Clark County, Wisconsin, also went missing. She was last seen November 12, 2005. She was 21 years old and 6 months pregnant, married to Sean Rudy. Search efforts... Hey, man, what you doing? What you talking for? Come here. Hey, baby. Search efforts were unsuccessful, and in December 2005, investigators discovered a burn pit. We read that part. Court documents show Dr. Leslie Eisenberg of the State Crime Lab in Madison wrote investigators asking them to consider the mechanisms by which the fetal remains. Yet very few adults' remains made their way to the burn pile, and says it's possible that the fetus was deliberately removed and burned independently of the majority of the adult remains. That's really stretching it. That's really, really stretching it. Just to say it's not there, someone probably ripped it out. That's normal. Either is murdering a pregnant woman, but still, I mean, like I said, it's just wrap it up quick. Let's get it out of here. Same thing with Steven, but they had more motive with that because there was a lot of money on the table. It kind of throws us for a loop. It raised a couple questions, says Clark County Sheriff Department. The bones found in the burn pile were severely charred, but Dr. Eisenberg has an excellent reputation, and it's seen as somewhat unlikely that her analysis was wrong. So that there is saying because she came into Stephen's case, she's credible. She's credible when she came in, so what she says, we should believe. She's a doctor. She looks at bones for a living. What does she have to lose about lying? Hey, baby. What are you doing? Dr. Eisenberg incorrectly identified Bones as human. Though it may be possible to make the mistake like that, it certainly calls her credibility into question. Had they not found the woman, would they have prosecuted Sean Rudy with the bone evidence? No, just like Steven, you know. He did kill her though, Sean Rudy, I think. Whatever. I forget exactly what happened this one, but the point is she messed up and didn't do a good job and just wrapped it up quick, didn't get the right information. We must consider the possibility that Dr. Eisenberg may have been mistaken with the Halbach case as well. We know there were charred animal bones mixed in. Is it possible that there was nothing but animal bones? We can also consider that maybe the state revealed just enough to convince the public that Teresa's remains were found. Photographs of random bones in a box, high-priced experts sifting through debris. If true, it's possible Teresa's body was never found because it wasn't on the Avery property. Police were searching in the wrong place. Yeah, that Eisenberg lady, I mean, sloppy, lazy, whatever you want to say, paid. Not cool. Let me just go through these comments quick here. So not having pics at the burnout was a huge thing that had me start questioning Stephen Avery's guilt. Prior to a few huge red flags, I thought he was guilty. Yeah. All right, you guys. I don't have anything else I really wanted to go over today. That was more just kind of talking about what I'll talk about more with the Culhane video as well. Still trying to figure out a time just to get that done. Also, it's not edited or anything, so if there's anything else that you guys want added to the Culhane video or something you want me to touch on, let me know. These calls on Millbilly's channel, too, are real interesting, I think. Just listening to them, how they are. I think if you go through these videos and just listen, you'll catch a lot of stuff and maybe understand the dynamic of Steven's relationships with certain people, you know. I think that's telling. And, you know, we know he's innocent, but still, it's good to be transparent, objective, even when you know you believe in something else. Try to see it from someone else's point of view, like someone who believes they are guilty. I think it's important, even if it's not true, to hear someone out. Let's read these. Many more love you. All right, guys. I'm heading out. Got baby stuff to do. Hungry. I'll see you guys soon, okay? Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like, share, whatever. Later.